Hello everyone, my name is Saurabh Singh and today I'm going to teach about the classification of clay product, which is the topic of modern cooking technology from unit number 3rd, and that will be my lecture number 16. After watching this video, if you have any doubt, you can contact to me and you can also write an email on saurabh.singh@mygyanvihar.com. Come on the learning objective and learning outcome to know about the clay product and to know about the use of special clay product and their types. And you will able to know about the special clay product and you will be also able to know about the where we use these types of clay product in the structural member. Now, first one is the photograph of a two thing. One is a clay product, and second one is a clay. And this is the clay, and this clay is converted in very useful product, which is known as clay product. Now, come on the introduction of a clay product. Clay is the naturally occurring material minerals that is found almost everywhere on the surface of Earth. It is a widespread in its occurrence that is common language. It is often referred as a earth. As you can see, this kind of clay is available all over the earth, and by the using of this clay, you can make a very useful product. And in old time, many structure, if you will see the many old structure which is made in the villages, and these that structure are made by these clay. So you can understand what was the importance of this clay in the old time. And come on the introduction. Mineralogically, pure clay may be composed of one more minerals of clay groups such as kaolinite, montmorillonite, elite, and vermiculite and alloyne, etc. Kaolite is the most important mineral component of the common clay. Clay occur universally. Man has used them since ancient time for the making earthenware of the great variety. So you can see these are the minerals of clay group. First one is kaolinite and elite, which is used for the making of this kind of product. Now we will see the classification of clay. Clay are classified into two ways. First one is genesis or their mode of formation and their dominant character. All clay are classified into two ways, genesis or their mode of formation and their dominant characteristics. First one is residual clay and second one is here transported clay. So if anybody will ask to you what is the classification of clay, you can answer it from here. Clay is classified into two parts. First one is residual clay and second one is transported clay. Come on the residual clay, as you can see here, this is your residual clay, which is means it is deposited on the one place, and it is deposited near the mountains, and it is deposited on the surface of the earth. Now we will see the classification of residual clay. The residual clay include all varieties of clay that are formed covering the rock from which they are formed by the natural process. Such clay are pure in their chemical composition that is related broadly to the parent rock. China clay is the best example of the residual clay. If you if you will see at your home, there is many crockeries are there, and these crockeries are made by the China clay. Now you can see the photograph of the residual clay. This is deposited on the surface of the earth. Now come on the transported clay, which is second types of clay. These are the most common clays spread on the earth. They are found by the disintegration and decomposition of the pre-existing rocks by the natural agencies, followed by the removal and transportation of broken pieces to far off places where they are finally deposited. Hence, any such deposited or transported clay will have all particles transported from many places and different sources of material. The transported clay are therefore quite heterogeneous and mineralogical and chemical composition. So you can understand transported clay is not deposited on one place, it is deposited on the surface of the earth and it is transported by the many agencies, like it is transported by the water and it is also transported by the air. That's why the properties of all solids particle is different from each other. That's why it is known as heterogeneous material. You can see this is the image of transported clay and this is on the earth. The transported clay are sometimes further disintegrated into glacial clay, marine clay, alluvial clay, and lacustrine clay. When glaciers, seas, rivers, and lakes respectively have played dominant role in their formation. Now we will see the classification of clay on the basis of their dominant characters. Clay are classified as into four groups. First one is China clay, fire clay, and vitrifying clay and brick clay. First one is a China clay. It is the purest types of clay containing very high percentage of minerals, kaolinite or kaolins, which is represented by the Al2Si2O5OH4. It is considered high grade of clay and it is used for the manufacturing of crockery and other proclaim wares. Now you can see this is the image of China clay, which is very useful for the making of the clay products. Now we will see the classification of this clay. One more is here, which is known as fire clay. They are also called rectifractory clay uh, and contain besides kilonite and silica alumina in very high temperature without suffering any deformation of shape given to them at the time of molding. They are mainly used in manufacturing of rectifractory bricks that are great important in many metrological, mechanical, and chemical operations. This is the image of a fire clay which is used for the making clay product. And next one is wheat derived clay. These clay are rich in fluorescing compound like iron oxide, carbonates of calcium, magnesium. This clay is also called hardened burnt clay and especially used for the manufacturing of facing brick, flooring tiles, sewer pipes, and other similar ornamental and dense clay product. This is the use of vitrified clay, as you can see here. Many these types of pipe is made by this clay. And now come on the very important clay, which is known as the brick clay. These are low grade, used most for the manufacturing of building brick and similar clay products. Brick clay are rich in silica, alumina oxide, iron oxide, calcium, magnesium, and organic matter. It is the mutual proportion of these components that define their stability or otherwise for making good quality of brick for the building construction. The oxide of iron, calcium, magnesium acts as flux that fuse easily at the brick making temperature and bind the alumina and silica particle thoroughly, giving the brick desired property of cohesion and strength. This is the image of brick clay, as you can see here, and by the using of this clay, brick are manufactured. Now come on the brick. What is the brick? Brick, I have prepared one separate video on the brick. And brick is the building material, as we all know. And there is also one definition of brick. We will see here. Building brick may be defined as the structural unit of rectangular shape and conventional size that are made of suitable clay by the different process involving molding, drying, and burning. This is the image of brick, as you can see here. This is the uh, first class of brick which is used for the very fine construction work. It is also established that even in remote ancient civilization, brick were common material for of the construction. It is believed that it was Egypt that brick were used some 6,000 years ago. Excavation of sites in our country revealed that brick were used in Indian Valley civilization and Mohenjo-daro Harappa. So you can understand how much old is brick product. And these that time in very old civilization, we know, Indus Valley civilization and Mohenjo-daro civilization, both are the very old civilization. On that time, brick were also used in the preparation of buildings, preparation of many construction activities. Now these are the some image of a brick clay which is made by the mud, and it will it will burn, then it will become the brick. These brick recommended for the pointing exposed work in the masonry structure, flooring and reinforced brickwork. So, first class brick generally used in the work of pointing, and where we have to give the aesthetic view in the wall. On that places you can use the first class clay brick. Now we will see the second class brick. Are suppose second class brick are supposed to have same requirement as the first class brick, except that small crack and distortions are permitted. A little higher water absorption of about 16 to 20% of its dry weight is allowed. The casing strength should not be less than 7 Newton per mm square. These bricks are recommended for all important and unimportant masonry work and centering of reinforcement brick and reinforcement concrete structure. So come on the third class brick. These are burnt. They are soft light color producing a dull sound when stuck against each other. Water absorption is about 25% of a dry weight. It is used for building temporary structure. It is generally used for the temporary structure, and where we do not need to maintain a very good strength on the structure. On that place, you can use the third class brick. Now come on the strength. On the basis of use, what is the basis of use? Common brick, facing brick, and engineering bricks. On the basics of finish, these are classified: sand-faced brick, rustic brick. On the basis of manufacturing, handmade brick, and there is also machine-made brick. On the basis of burning, if you will talk about the classification of brick on the basis of burning, then it is classified into three parts: mm, pale brick and body brick and arch brick. On the basis of types: solid, perforated, hollow, and circular. These are the types of brick according to their uses. Now we will see what is the brick masonry. What is the definition of brick masonry? Brick masonry is made of brick unit bonded together with the mortar. Two essential components of brick masonry are therefore, as you can see, first one is the brick and second one is a mortar. Now, what is the mortar? As you can see here, mortar acts as a cementing material and unites the individual brick unit together to act as a homogeneous mass. Following types of mortar may be used in the brick masonry, like cement mortar, lime surkhi mortar, mud mortar, and lime cement mortar. These are the also types of a mortar. Now we will see the some essential feature of the bond which is given here, which is mentioned here. First one is alternative cuts will be shows either header or structure in the elevation. Every alternative header come centrally over the joint between two structure in course below. In the stretcher course, the stretcher had a minimum length of 1 by 4th their length over header. There is no congestion of continuous joint. Wall of even multiple of half brick present in the same appearance on the both faces. Thus, a course showing structure of the front face will be also shown the structure of the back face. Wall of odd multiple half brick will show the structure on one face and header of one face of other face. One face and header on the another face. The heighting of each of the thicker wall consists entirely of the header. At least every alternative transitive joint is continuous from the face to face. The header course should be never start with the queen closer as it will displaced. The queen closer should be placed just next to the queen header and queen closer are not required in the stretcher course. Since the number of vertical joints in the header course are twice the number of vertical joints in the stretcher course are joined in the header course are made thinner than the joints in the stretcher course. Now we will see the Flemish bond. What is the Flemish bond here? In these types of bond, each course is comprised of alternative header and stretcher. Every alternative course start with the header at the corner. Queen closer are placed next to queen header in the alternative course to develop the face lap. Every header is centrally supported over the structure below, which is known as Flemish bond is also divided into two parts, which is known as double Flemish bond and a single Flemish bond. In the double Flemish bond, each course presents in the same appearance both in the faces as well as the back faces. Alternative or alternate header and stretcher are laid into each course. Because of this, double Flemish bond present better appearance in the English better it present a better appearance than English bond. If you will use the Flemish bond in your wall, it will give the better appearance than English bond. Now this is the double Flemish bond. As you can see, this is your header, that is your header closer, and that will be your stretcher, header, and that is the elevation of double Flemish bond. There is also some special feature of double Flemish bond, which is mentioned here. Every course consists of header stretcher placed alternately the facing of backing of the wall in each course had the same appearance. Queen closer are used next to queen header in every alternative course. In wall having thickness equal to odd multiple of half brick, half batt and three-quarter batts are amply used. For wall having thickness equal to even multiple of half brick, no bars are required. The header or structure will come out as the header or structure on the same course in the front as well as the back faces. Now you can see the double Flemish bond here. Now come on the single Flemish bond. What is the single Flemish bond? Single Flemish bond is comprised of double Flemish bond facing and English bond backing and hardening in each other course. This bond is used to for the strength for the English bond and however cheaper brick can be used for the backing and hardening of this bond. And comparison, there is also comparison between English bond and Flemish bond. This is also very important points which you need to know. English bond is stronger than Flemish bond for the wall thickness than 1 or 1 by 2 brick. Flemish bond give more pleasing appearance than the English bond. Broken brick can be used in the form of batt in the Flemish bond. However, more mortar is required. Construction with the Flemish bond require greater skill in the comparison to the English bond. Cement mortar are used to uh, cement mortar and lime surki mortar are used to do the construction of all kind of structure. Mud mortar is also used for the low-rise building and which is carries light weight. Lime cement mortar, known as the guard mortar and gauged mortar, is made by the mixing of cement and lime. The advantages are increased water retentivity, workability, bonding properties, and frost resistance. The mortar gives a good and smooth plaster finish. And the chief properties of hardened mortar are strength, development of a good bond with the building units, resistance to weathering, and those of green mortar mix are mobility, playability, and water retention. In addition, the mortar should be cheap and durable, and this should be not affect the durability of building units in contact. The joint made with the mortar should be developed crack. Now we will come on the some components of a brick which you can see here. First one is stretcher, second one is a header, and third one is a lab, and fourth one is prepend, and fifth one is a bed. First, we will see what is the definition and what is the meaning of stretcher. A stretcher is the longer face of a brick, 19 into 9 centimeter, as seen in the elevation of a wall. A course of brick in which bricks are laid as stretcher or facing of it's known as the stretcher course, or we also called it stretching course. Now we will see header. What is the header and how it looks? A header is the shorter face of a brick, which is 9 centimeter into 9 centimeter. A course of brick which all the brick are laid as a header on the facing is known as the header course or heading course. And lap wall, what is the lap? We will see here. Lap is the horizontal distance between vertical joint of successive brick course. And perpend is the imaginary vertical line which includes the vertical joint separating two adjoining brick. What is the bed? As you can see here, bed is the lower surface which is 19 centimeter into 9 centimeter of a brick when laid flat. And closer, it is a portion of a brick which cut made longitudinally and it is used to close a bond and end the course. A closer help to preventing joint successive course to the come vertical line. Closer may be various types defined below. Now you can see this is the image of a queen closer and that is your king closer. This is your king closer and it is cut from the middle of the brick and that is your king closer. It is diagonally cut on the corner and that is your B level B weld closer which is diagonally cut from the one side to another side of header and that is your butt. Now we will see what is the definition of queen closer. It is a portion of brick obtained by the cutting of brick lightwise into two portions, lengthwise into two portions. This queen closer is the brick which is half as wide as the full brick. This is also known as queen closer half. When queen closer is broken into two pieces, it is known as the queen closer quarter. Such closer is the dust brick piece which is one quarter of the brick size. That is your image of pin closure, which you can see here, and you can understand how pin closure can be made in the use, how pin closure can be taken in the use of construction activity. Now we will see king closer. What is the king closer? As you can see image, this is cut diagonally from one side to another side. From it is started from header and it is finished from the stretcher. Now you can see the definition of king closer. It is the portion of brick which is so cut that the wide of one it end for end is half that of a full brick, while the width at the other end is equal to the full width. It thus obtained by the cutting and triangulation piece between the center of one end and to center of another side. It is half header and half stretcher face. As you can see, this is your half stretcher face and this is your half header face and this is your half stretcher face. Now beweld closer, we will see what is the beweld closer. It is a spherical form of the king closer in which The whole length of brick is beveled in such a way that half width is maintained at the one end, as you can see, and full width maintained at the another end. Now, metered closure, this is turn of the metered closure. It is a portion of a brick whose one end cut splayed on metered for a full width. The angle of splay may be from 40 degree to 60 degree. Thus, one longer face in metered closure is the full length of a brick, while other longer face is smaller length. As you can see the image of this. Now we will come on the bar. What is the bar? Everyone knows about the bar. This is the image of half bar. This is the image of three-quarter bar, and this is a beveled bar. Now we will see the definition of bar. It is the portion of a brick cut across the width. Thus, a bar smaller in the length than full brick. It is the length of the bar is equal to the half length of the original brick. It is known as the half bar. A three-quarter bar is one having its length equal to three-quarter of the length of full brick. If a bar has width beveled, it is known as beveled bar. Now we will see the bull nose. What is the bull nose and what is the splace in a brick? Bullnose, it is the special mold brick with the one edge rounded single bullnose, which is known as the single bullnose. As you can see the image of bullnose, and with two edge round double bullnose, it will if two edge the corner of brick will be rounded here also it will call double bullnose. These are used in chopping or such positioning where rounded corners are performed to sharp rise and place. These are the special mounted brick which is often to use from the plane, splash stretcher and splash header. You can see the image of splash also. Now we will see the comparison between clam burning and clean burning. This is also very important because in many exams these types of questions have been asked. What is the difference? What is the main difference between clam burning and clean burning? First one is BC by the capacity, and about 20,000 to 10,000 brick can be prepared at a time. In clean burning, average 25,000 of brick can be prepared per day. If you will see the cost of fuel, then here in flame burning, they are required low gas cow dung we can use and little cow dung we can also use in the flame burning. And in clean burning, generally high as coal dust is to be used. Now come on the initial cost based. Very low as no structure are to need to build. In clam burning, you do not need to prepare a structure for the burning of a brick. In clean burning, more as permanent structure are to be constructed. Qualities of brick. Now we will see what is the which quality of brick is good. Uh, it is good of clean burning uh, brick, or it is good of clean burning clay brick. So if you will talk about the quality, percentage of good quality brick is small but 60 or so. The percentage of good quality bricks are more about 90%. So you can understand if you will use the burning method clean, it will give you the more quality brick. As you can see here, we are getting 90% of a good brick. Now come on the regulations of fire. It is not possible to control or regulate fire during the process of burning. And in this clean burning, fire is under control throughout the process of burning. So you can understand how much, uh, what is the advantages of clean burning in this process, in the making of brick process. Skilled supervision, if you will talk about the skill supervision, here not necessary throughout the process of burning, but in clean burning, continuous skill supervision is necessary. structure. In clam burning, you can prepare the temporary structure, but in clean burning, you have to prepare the permanent structure, which is in the form of chimneys. Suitability first we will now we will see the suitability. Suitable with the bricks are to be manufactured on a small scale when demand of brick is not continuous. Suitable when brick are manufactured on a large scale when there is a continuous demand of brick. Now we will see the time of burning and cooling. It is required 2 to 6 months for burning and cooling brick. Here, what is the time duration for the burning brick in the clean burning? Actual time for burning is the one chamber is about 24, and only about the 12 days are required for cooling brick. Now we will see the wastage of heat. In which method heat will be waste more? Here there is considerable wastage of heat from top and side, and hot flue gas is not properly utilized. In clean burning, hot flue gas is used for dry and preheat raw bricks, hence wastage of heat is least. So you can understand here by your common sense which one is a good method of burning a brick. So in clay burning we saw we required uh, there is also some advantages of clay burning, like we do not need to uh, expend a lot of money on the structure, making of a structure. We can do work by the making of temporary structure. And here is in clam burning there is no required of skilled person, but in clean burning you have to make the permanent structure, and there is also requirement of a very skilled labor and very skilled supervision. So these two are the process by which we can prepare our clay brick, and these two are very important. If anybody will ask to you what is the difference between clam burning and clean burning, then you can say clean burning is the advancement of a clam burning. Clam burning nowadays nobody is using clam burning uh, because of it. There you have to use a lot of energy here, and there will be lot of energy will be also waste, and it will be also costly nowadays. That's why we are using clean burning method for the burning a brick. Come on the comparison between bull trench and Hoffman's clean. There is also some difference between full trench clean and Hoffman clean. Here, first we will see the continuity, which give the good continuity here. First, bull trench clean, semi-continuous in strict sense because it has no roof and cannot burn during the monsoon. So, Half-Man's Clean is perfect because it has the permanent roof and burning operation can be carried out throughout the year. So, there is a disadvantages of bull trench clean. In monsoons, like in rainy season, you cannot burn your brick in bull trench clean. But in half-man clean, you can easily do work uh, continuously 12 months, and you can also prepare a lot of bricks by the Hoffman's clay. Now we will see the initial cost. Low cost because construction is ordinary, and high because construction required perfect design and high quality material. So you can understand here the initial cost in bull trench clean is less because we do not need to prepare a very good quality of structure for the bull trench clean. You can also do work by the making of a ordinary type of structure, but in Hoffman clean, you have to prepare the very high quality of structure because construction is required. And in this Construction of Hoffman kiln, it is required to use very high quality material. Operational cost. Now we will see the operational cost. Higher operational cost is higher in bull trench kiln because quantity of fuel is consumed is more and conventional of heat is less. Hoffman kiln lower because maximum conservation of heat is possible in this type of kiln. Now we will see the quality of brick. Ratio of best quality of total brick is less. Here, the ratio of best quality to total brick is quite high. Now we will see the suitability. It is suitable for low investment production of a brick, and it is most Hoffman's plane is most suitable for semi-mechanized and mechanized production. So now you can understand what is the difference between Bull Trench Clean and Hoffman's Clean, and which cost more for the burning of a bricks, as you can see here. If you use Hoffman Clean, then it will be permanent for door construction, and Hoffman clean you can do work also in the rainy season, but in bull trench clean you cannot do work in the rainy season just because of rain problem. And the cost of bull trench clean is also low in comparison of Halfman clean. So this was the comparison between Bull's trench and Halfman clean. This is also very important point which you should remember what is the difference between Bull trench clean and Halfman clean. Now we will see the MCQs, and there is first question. Which one of the following ingredient of brick earth enable the brick retain its shape? So here is the option is given: alumina, magnesia, iron, silica, and here you can see your right answer will be here D. D will be your right answer. Now we knows which we knows the silica which retain the brick shape and enable to brick to retain its shape due to the silica. That's why there will be silica will be your right answer, and right answer is here D. Come on the next question. The axis of silica in brick earth result. What is the what will be the effect of axis of silica in a earth brick? What will be happen? First option is given here: very light brick, very heavy brick, loss of cohesion, and none of these. And here right answer will be your C. That will be your right answer. Means loss of cohesion. If silica will increase in the earth brick, there will be loss in the cohesion. Come on, the next question. Next question is third. Lime is mixed with the brick earth too. What is the role of lime here? First option is given: impart plasticity, increase the permeability, increase durability, prevent the shrinkage. Let's see what will be here. Right answer. Right answer here will be D, which will prevent the shrinkage. Lime generally prevent the shrinkage in the brick, and that is the use of lime. Now come on the next question. Which of the following impart red color in the brick into the brick? And here option is given: a silica, iron oxide, lime, magnesia. As we know, iron oxide gives the or impart the color in a brick. And here right answer will be your um, B, iron oxide. Iron oxide provide the color or it impart the color in your brick. And here right answer will be iron oxide. Come on the next question. Alumina in brick earth gives the bricks. What is the work of alumina in the earth brick? You will see here. Resistance to shrinkage, B option is plasticity, C option is given color, and D option is given strength. Let's see what will be the right answer. Right answer will be B. Means alumina provide the plasticity in the brick earth, and there your right answer will be plasticity. Now come on the next question. If fluorence of brick is due to, what is the reason here? Soluble salt present in the clay for making brick, high porosity of brick, high silt contained in brick earth, and excessive burning of clay. Let's see what will be the right answer here. Here, right answer will be soluble salt present in a clay for making brick. If fluorence will be happen due to soluble salt, which is present in the clay for making a brick. Now come on the next question. The position of brick cut from angle other than right angle in the plan is known as. What will be the right answer here? Option is given: queen closer, scanity closer, and king closer. And here right answer will be your scanity closer. That will be your right answer. Now come on the next question. The size of standard modular brick is. This is a very important question, and this question had been asked in many government exams. So you need to remember what is the size of standard modular brick. And so if anybody will ask to you what is the size of standard modular brick, you can answer it. It is 20 centimeter into 10 centimeter into say 10 centimeter. Oh, sorry. It is 19 into 9 into 9 centimeter. That will be your right answer. And 20 into 10 into 10, it is the size of standard brick. That is the size of standard brick. Now come on the next question. The modulus of rupture of a good brick should be about, in it is unit is given Newton per mm square. Let's see what will be the right answer here. Right answer will be 2.5 Newton per mm square. The modulus of rupture of a good brick should be 2.5 Newton per mm square. This is also very important question, and you need to remember what is the rupture, what is the modulus of rupture of a good brick. And you can also say it, what is the modulus of rupture of a first class brick. It will be equal to 2.5 Newton per mm square. Now come on the 10th question. When brick is cut into two levels along its length, on one of portion of its known as metered closer, queen closer, king closer, and chronica closer. Here your right answer will be queen closer. King closer will be right answer. Now come on the next question. Consider the following statement. And that is not question, your question, and this was all about the today's MCQs. And now this is the time to give the reference. There is also two book which is known as, first one is known as Building Construction, which is written by the VC Pramia. Second one is in Civil Engineering Material, which is written by the Professor Singh. And today we covered brick masonry, and we covered also what is the size and what is the ingredient of brick and what is the types of brick is available in the market and how they can be used in the construction. And this was very important video. If you are a civil engineer, you should know what is the basics of a brick masonry and what is the size, what is the bond, and what are the types of brick components like we today saw: queen closer, king closer, and half-bar. These are the components of brick which we used during the construction of a wall or column, where we can use these bricks. Thank you for watching this video.